is a council flat in Suffolk. So it calls into question how on earth you are still able to rent a flat when you've not been necessarily in the country for however many years. She was in London, and that's when she got her flat. That's where she met her husband, who was actually mounting his presidential bid.
Yeah, raising cash in London town.
Yeah. And the irony is that some of her official engagements have included, obviously, talking about lots of kinds of rights, but rejecting and talking against Western encroachment in African values and Eastern life. So it begs belief that you can still pop over every now and again back to your council flat when you don't live here. But the council have responded by saying that they don't take income into account. Now, I found this fascinating because I thought if you earned a particular over threshold,
no,
you shouldn't be
there's nothing in national policy to stop a billionaire from being taken out of it.
Well, that's a disgrace.
Remarkable visit.
Well, there are 350,000 people in London on the waiting list for a council house.
Yeah, absolutely, and we know full well that the government is committed to build 1.5 million new houses by the end of this parliament, because we need houses, we need places for people to live, and somebody who's living in a council flat but clearly has plenty of houses in Sierra Leone probably isn't the most in need within this situation. It's shocking, and it's very disappointing, isn't it?
You know, the Times have got this story, and they've sent a snapper over to this place, and they've got photos of the letters and posts being sent to the addressed to the President of Sierra Leone. Imagine that, your postman handing out that sort of stuff. And they also say that the couple's daughter regularly uses this pad for social outings in the capital. It's not a bad deal, is it, to be not only tied to an African power, but also have access to social housing in London?
It's a fantastic benefit, and I'm sure it goes very well along with some Emma's handbags and a yacht. I think they've got a yacht, they've got a villa on the seaside, 20 bedrooms or something.
And a gaff in Suffolk. Well, before we move on to the next story, we should say that neither the First Lady, nor President Bio, nor Tigta Soli responded to requests for comment, and Southwark Council declined to comment on an individual case, but a spokesman said that social housing tenants have a right to stay in their homes regardless of income, unless they fail to meet the obligations in their tenancy agreement. Where this is in doubt, we perform regular checks and investigations to determine whether these obligations are being met. What's next, Miriam?